I think Jolani Ahmed al-Shara has, in my view, a tight control on the situation domestically. Hayat Tahrir al-Sham was not the only one taking over power. We know there was a coalition of forces coming from the south as well, taking from the north and the south, taking the capital over. And it seems so far he's the man in charge. The question here is, how will he be ruling? His appointments are symbolic. He's giving some agency to other groups and fighters, creating. His speeches are very inclusionary, and I'm thinking strategically in terms of the other groups and opposition groups and armed groups, which used to fight each other as well, to bring that new Syria in a very cohesive and strong structure. He's also trying to be inclusionary when it comes to different groups. He doesn't project himself as a rebel Sunni leader. He's talking about the respect of ethnic and religious minorities and reaching out to them. I know that some Alawis also have taken stances in Lad'iyeh in support of the new government. So there is hope here if this continues, that there will be an inclusionary transition to democratic rule. There will need to be elections, of course, but in that transition phase, I think there needs to be a strong ruler such as Jolani to bring all factions together. And really, we've seen in Syria in the last 13 years a very, very, very bloody conflict. There was a lot of blood spilled. There is a potential for this to happen anytime. So there is a need here to have some tight control under a strong hand. And at the same time, I think talking about the invasion by Israel, the attack by the Americans also on the eastern part of the country, the fact that Turkey has boots on the ground in the north as well, and there are still military bases by Russia, foreign interference will be an added challenge for that new government. And I think Jolani people were expecting him to make an earlier statement about the Israeli invasion. And he did say this was illegal and that he would fight for Syria's sovereignty, but he was dealing with the domestic situation at the moment, consolidating his power, and that he could not fight two fronts at the same time. But I believe the Syrian people will be waiting to hear more about what is going to be done and how the new government will react to it. I don't think there will be armed, reaction, but clearly, at least already in the statement, that was symbolically important, as there had been a vacuum so far and no reaction from the part of the new ruling government.